What's going on, YouTube friends? What's going on, Patreon friends? How we all doing today? What is it? November 1st, Halloween yesterday. Happy Halloween for anyone who's celebrating. Y'all gotta, if you posted your costumes anywhere, you gotta drop them down below so I can check them out. I'll post mine. Just have to edit it first, because let's be real. Anyways, man, what's going on? It's been a weird weekend. I thought I was getting sick. Now I'm feeling okay. And I found a Patreon message from my friend Versana saying that when I feel frazzled next to put this on and just relax. And well, y'all know I'm not just gonna sit here and listen to music by myself. I'm gonna invite y'all for the journey. But this is like perfect timing, bro. Perfect timing, my friends. I appreciate y'all hanging out. This is so what do we got? We got Boney James and Lalah Hathaway perform Coastin on, I'm not even entirely sure which show this is. This is Sherry. 220,000 subs. Good for her, man. Good for her. I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm really looking forward to being able to sit back and relax and see what we got going on. Last time I watched Lalah Hathaway was like unbelievable. But Boney James, I've heard. I don't want to talk too much about though, because I think I'm mismemorying. So we're gonna whatever. It's good. But my friend Versana, I appreciate you always looking out for me. I appreciate the love and support. It's been a long time. My friends, if you want to send me your links too, you can check me out on Patreon. I've got a PayPal link in the bio of my account as well. If you want to send me requests there, you can like and subscribe here. Give me the thumbs up if you think I deserve it. It's the best way to support the YouTube channel. Let me pull this up and let's sit back and relax, my friends.
Soulfully blend jazz and R&B on their new single, Coastin', from legendary jazz icon Boney James's latest album, Detour. Give it up for Boney James and Lalah Hathaway.
Cool. Ooh, okay. So before we get into this, there's a couple things that are going to get me really excited. So myself, speaking from my own experience, I have a hard time hearing like the voicing of a piano, like finding my pitch in a piano. I don't know why. It's probably because I just like have bad habits around playing guitar and things like that. Saxophone's another one where I'm just like, I can never really tell where like the octave is. Or like if I'm singing in harmony to it, I find I sing harmony to like brass instruments more than like I sing the melody along with. And even this, like Lalah Hathaway is singing so low right now for like these intro kind of ad libs and stuff. Like it's just what a kind of like flex of like comfortability, you know what I mean? And it sounds beautiful back and forth with this horn too, man. I'm just taking it in the two back and forth because I myself would struggle with that. And so I appreciate it.
It's in the way you smile and knowing that all the while you're mine and everything I am is yours. Wow. So when the sun's in my eyes, the wind in my hair, I'm floating on a cloud. Nothing can compare.
I'm like shook at like how much like tonal quality with like restraint, because it feels like she's kind of like she's holding back. She's not giving it all away yet. She's got a lot of like vocal control going on, right? It's not quite like a compression yet. It's like it's more just like dynamic control, right? And she just sounds so buttery, man. Like it's just, again, back and forth with the saxophone. It's just so smooth. I didn't see this floor monitor here before. This is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if she has in-ears in. I can't see behind her hair, but the mono, we would call that a solo speaker like this, makes a lot of sense. The two of them would be able to hear everything you need to hear, especially if it's just the two of them. Like I think it's just like a backing track, probably the record playing. But like nonetheless, this would be lots, right? I'll talk about that more if it seems more of like a dependent thing. But anyways. Look at her smile too.
So alive, I see you in another life. Long as you got me in this to move. Ooh, nothing I wouldn't do for you.
Man, it sounds nice. I'm gonna have to listen to this record because like the back and forth. I'm pretty sure it's her singing all the backing vocals too. But like, wow, the chords, the selection of chords, and it's jazz. Like it has me shook most of the time because I'm not super used to jazz. But like, my God, I appreciate it. I played in a jazz band. I just never like really sat and digested it. And this is something I really appreciate from y'all. Is like all the root stuff, man. This is really cool. This is really cool. I'm getting distracted by it, so I'm gonna keep listening and I'll talk about what I want to talk about. So there's a couple of things you can do. So when you're doing runs, and I'm talking out of just like what I've been learning lately. So when you do runs, there's like you can do, and I'm not very good at them. I'm just gonna kind of sing something. So if you do like ooh, you don't need any like physical movement, and your airflow kind of stays the same, right? So like you can do runs, and they have kind of this very similar dynamic, and you can change the dynamic throughout, but typically not note to note, right? Then if you do like a ooh ah ooh, and you do runs that way, you can restrict or enhance airflow, I guess, to add to the different dynamics and the different positions of the run. And she seems like super proficient in both. And she's doing some like really, like I would almost say like funny things, like where she's popping these like really beautiful octaves, but like no actual structural change. So it'd just be, I guess, like whatever part it is that actually changes the note. But like nothing changes. Like her jaw placement doesn't move, her tongue placement doesn't move. And then that way her vibrato all sounds the same, like even through her runs, through her pitches. So she can do it where it's the constant airflow, and she can also do it and like keep like vibrato going. She can also do it where her jaw moves and she can keep the vibrato going. And man, it's just like, what a gift. What a gift, man. This is gorgeous. I like the words too. I don't talk about words too often, but I really like the kind of message in the story too.
Come on, Boney.
Yeah, play that sax. Come on now. Beautiful, man. And like very lyrical. And like one of my biggest takeaways, I think, from jazz musicians, R&B too, like they were talking about in the beginning when they introduced them, it's just, it seems like there's so much, and I don't even want to call it restraint. It's just like respect for the craft, or like what, like the piece that you're up to, right? Like I'm sure Boney James could like spaz, man. All these jazz players, guitar players, they can just go off. They could play as fast as you wanted, but like you don't need that. It's lyrical. It's beautiful. Like add to the song, top up to the song, right? This is a great pairing. Great pairing.
Gliding, coasting away. Oh. Ooh. High on the love of you. Oh.
They could call an answer here. Come on. That was their mask time too, eh?
I just gotta exhale. Gotta exhale. Boney, you have had a 30-year career. Yes. And we've heard so many hits from you, but I cannot believe this is your first time collaborating with Lalah Hathaway.
Imagine that.
It's not my first time trying to collaborate with Lalah Hathaway.
You've been trying.
Probably
She
busy.
apparently never heard about it before.
Oh, no.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've been very blessed to have some great collaborations, but she's always been at the top of my list. And then this song came along. I was writing with my friend Jairus Mosey, and we thought, well, let's send it to Lalah and see if she might come up with some lyrics and a hook for this thing. And she just took it and made it.
Cool. I love hearing stories like that.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, Lalah. This is my song in the mornings to get my day started, Coastin. But your father,
Beautiful lyrics.
Your father is the late soul legend Donny Hathaway. And I know
looker,
one
eh?
of my favorite
Look at that hat.
songs is This Christmas. That is my song by Donny.
Coming up.
It is, and you recently released This Christmas as a duet with your father.
Wow.
Please tell us about
Sorry, my eyes
this.
bugging me.
They found a version of his vocal that was a different version, and like it was waiting 50 years for me to get to it.
So sorry to be like extra nerdy here, but like, so for the performance, you use the microphone that has the processing, the comps, the everything on it. And now that they're just talking, like, there's no way that this is what we're hearing. You're hearing this lav mic here, right? And like, they all have them. I have, like, I don't know what the brand is. There's so many of them, bro. There's so many of them. But like, it's interesting, like, how seamless that is. Like, it still sounds like her voice, even though it's a very, very different setup, a very, very different positioning, like everything, right? It's just very interesting.
Wow. Lalah and Donny Hathaway singing together this Christmas. Woo! I want to say, Boney and Lalah, thank you both for being here. You just made my day. You can catch Boney James at Sony Hall on Sunday, November 20th, and pick up a copy of his new album, Detour, in stores right now. And you can catch Lalah Hathaway at the Blue Note here in New York City tonight through Friday.
Cool performance, man. Real cool performance. And like, there's a couple things that I wanted to say for the end here. So one, and I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure that I'm fair to assume that all the backing vocals were at least put together by Lalah. I'm sure that she sang them all. But it was cool to hear that, like, her timbre and her dynamic and her like intonation and everything was matched. So what I mean by that is, when you sing and when you record, you might just be in a different, like, emotional space, like mental space, head space. You might just be like inspired by different things. And then when you perform, you might have even just like a different memory that you're reminded of during that song, right? Like, you might have a favorite song for various different reasons and different times in your life, right? So to hear her still have like the control, the little bit of like breath behind her voice when she's singing it, like a very quiet dynamic that matched the recorded track and the vocal, I thought it was like it just shows the level of professionalism, right? And like, we all know, I'm not one to claim that they need my affirmations. I absolutely know that. I personally think it's extremely impressive, and I love being able to talk about it, man. This is really cool, and this really made my heart feel warm in a way that I really needed. So I appreciate that, my friends. Y'all can thank Versana for some smiley reactions today. See everyone again soon.